Leanne Kruger delivered the first child care credit in Pennsylvania history. She fought to decrease property taxes for our seniors and for new tax breaks for seniors. Leanne has delivered historic funding for Delco schools, for mental health programs, and school safety. Leanne Kruger is a strong voice for women against the extremists who want to take away our freedoms. Leanne Kruger, she listens, she works hard, she represents our Delco values.
Paid for by Leanne 4PA.
CMPRadio.net. It's the station.
Shit. Scuds and Maserati. Ha. I'm giving them hope. You giving them hell. You fill it with pride. Then you send them to jail. I give them a dream, I said, and you'll never fail. Just don't ever lie. And don't ever tell. I'm giving them hope. You giving them hell. You fill it with pride. Then you send them to jail. I give them a dream, I said, and you'll never fail. Just don't ever lie. And don't ever tell. Put it in your pocket for they come and pocket you, nigga. That's when they sit you on your pocket with a Glock to you, nigga. He ran out of time, ain't make it to the hospital, nigga. His body cold, the stick inside it. He a popsicle, nigga. It always be the ones like guns, you know I got you, my nigga. That fuck around and rock you, and I ain't talking fossils, my nigga. They fuck around and pop you, and I ain't talking sock you, my nigga. I'm talking blood up on the floor, they gotta mop you, my nigga. I'm from a city where it's 2 schools, one you gotta go. Imagine if you had a funeral and don't nobody show it, gotta hurt even when you die. Your baby mama heard you dead, she ain't even cry. Now who gon' raise your son? They ain't gon' teach him how to read.
Yeah, y'all already know what it is, man. It's your guy CEEZ, man. Welcome to another edition of Kickin It Wit CEEZ, man. I got a very special guest that'll be joining me in a few, man. He's stuck in traffic, but he is on the way, man. So while we waiting on my guy, man, I just want to talk about a couple of things that we got going on, man.
Talk about a couple things.
Yeah, we got one big thing going on, but you know, I got a lot going on.
You definitely got a lot.
I got a lot going on, man. I'm all over the place, man. You know, working 2 jobs now. You feel me? Doing the thing with Safe Corridors, man. Shout out to everybody on the Safe Corridors team for doing that. That was a great move by Brother King. You know, but the major thing that we want to discuss about coming up this weekend, and you know, we got a lot of events going on this weekend, a lot of great activities in the community. You know, shout out to everybody that's doing something this weekend for the kids, holding it down for the Halloween season.
I ain't even gonna tell you I forgot to put the flyer up.
You did? We forgot to put the flyer up.
Forgot to put the flyer up.
Damn.
It's out there already.
But if y'all check my page, man, CMP page, the flyer has been posted. You know, we do have the trunk or treat coming up this Monday. You know, but I just want to start out by giving a major shout out to the community, man. You know, I posted a status a little bit about an hour ago. You know, I was just asking the vendors to be patient. You know, I wasn't really looking for the love that came through, man. I just want to thank everybody that blessed my Cash App, you know, and wanted to donate and willing to donate candy to make sure our event is a huge success. So I just want to take the time to shout out a couple of those organizations, man, because we appreciate the love, and I feel like these people should be recognized, you know. So shout out to G Styles, you know, shout out to my man Shiley. You know, we got a shout out to Quan Knox. You feel me? Appreciate you, bro. And Quan Knox will be at the event as well. You know, he's going to take care of the optics, you know. Shout out to Reconnect. You know, that's my guy, my sneaker plug, man. Big love, major love. I appreciate that. Shout out to Ted. You know, he that's my brother. You feel me? We done been through a lot together. Appreciate you. Shout out to Champagne and Mo as well. You know, I appreciate you ladies for donating. That was major, major love. Also, shout out to my cousin Amir. You know, my sister Tamika. You know, just everybody, man, whether it be the candy, if you pulling up as a trunk, it's so many people donating candy. I be sitting here, I could do a whole show just listening to people, listing the people that's donating candy. I think that was major. And I appreciate y'all showing up for the kids, man. Me and Uncle Pete definitely really appreciate it, along with the rest of the men of honor. You know, it's major because, you know, this is something that we want to keep going. You know, we just want to give parents a safe alternative than going door to door, neighborhood to neighborhood, you know, looking for candy, you know, because at first, what we normally do over here, I know on the east side, we would run a Parkside, Brookhaven, and, you know, some of those places we don't be as welcome as we should, you know, because at the end of the day, we all one community. You know, we separated by township, boroughs, and legislation, but at the end of the day, man, we all PA. So, you know, shout out to everybody that's tapping in. You feel me, and showing love, man. You feel me? I appreciate it. Like I said, that wasn't what the status was initially for. You know, but just shout out to everybody that want to make sure the kids are safe and have a safe experience on Halloween, man, because that's what it's about. You know, that's why we started this. And like I said, we want to continue to make this happen for the kids, you know. Some of the things we're going to have, popcorn machine, cotton candy.
Brought to you by Big Var's Water Ice.
Yeah, shout out to Big Var, man. DJ Darrell going to be on the 1s and 2s. That's going to be major. I left my list. What else we got going on? Moon Bounce.
Oh, Moon Bounce.
Moon Bounce, yeah, I mean, that's provided by my brother George Mink. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to brother Josh Shockley, you know, Amino Guns, Dollar Bill. G-Von going to be in the building, man. Just shout out to everybody that's going to participate.
Shout out to Gio.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to everybody that's going to participate. You know, everybody that's coming out to be a trunk. Like, everybody is important in every aspect. I mean, sorry I can't name everybody. Like I said, there's just so many names to name on the top of my head. We appreciate each and every last one of y'all, man. So for those folks that donated, you know, come out, bring your kids out, bring your family out, man. It's going to be a nice event, you know. Also, they having something over town at that same day.
Yeah, absolutely, right? Absolutely. So with me moving from out upland, you know, Devin was like, yo, we doing something over town. Trunk or treat, not the trunk or treat, but they doing a whole situation. So the whole Ave will be lit up for Halloween. Come down here. You know, I got my Michael Myers mask.
Ooh.
So
yeah.
So I will be, you know, stabbing and killing babysitters. Ain't no babysitters in Chester. You feel me? Like,
they was out there at homecoming weekend, boy. They was some type of babysitters.
Oh, all right.
Because it was, shout out to homecoming, man. That was a whole vibe, man.
Was it ever?
I love it.
Was it ever?
And this was it wasn't my first time at homecoming, but you know, normally
First time.
I slide through and sneak in. This was my first time actually planning, going. I was supposed to wear my hoodie, but I had to just have an event. Shout out to the coalition, you know, for sponsoring the trunk or treat as well. You know, shout out to how you say it again? CPSN, right?
Yeah, CPSN.
Shout out to CPSN for the sponsor. Because I always get the letters mixed up sometimes.
That's the Partnership for Safe Neighborhoods.
Yeah, I ain't want to say all that, but I got to say that, and then I shorten it. Like, all right, CPSN. Right. So, you know, shout out to those organizations for helping and donating. You know, because, you know, not just because we work for those organizations, but because those organizations really care about this community.
Absolutely.
And we do a lot of work in the community. So it was definitely great to have support from our organizations. And yeah, man. Also, make sure y'all know, stop at the trunk or treat, go over town, man. That's it right there. You know, those two events. You know, kids should have plenty of candy. They should be plenty worn out. So make sure y'all take your time out, not just to stop at our event, the trunk or treat, but make sure y'all go over town and support Dev as well. You know. But I was getting ready to say something about homecoming Saturday, man. On the Ave, the Ave was looking like South Street, bro. Yeah. Like a mini South Street, and it was all love out there. You know, Ted and them, they had their party, right. And then, you know,
their situation,
right? And it was all right across the street, and people was just going back and forth from party to party, you know. And then they was shout out to Status had it all orange and black, you know. You feel me? So it was a great vibe.
It was a prideful weekend, man. You know, everybody was happy. Everybody was happy to be seen. Everybody was happy to see other people. So, you know, and that's important, man. Like we have to get to the point where we're happy to see other people. You know, that's a lot about, you know, when you say let's get active, you feel me? That's what that is.
Absolutely.
You feel me? At its core, that's what getting active is. Being in your community, being happy to be in your community. I don't care what's going on with your life. You feel me? But come out and talk to people and be active in your community. So shit, let's continue to get active, man. Let's stop playing.
And let's make homecoming every day, man. When I say we ain't gotta have a party, but when you, like you said, it's about the love. It's about being happy to see pride.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the definition of see pride. That's homecoming.
Absolutely.
Like it ain't about being tough or being it's about showing up in your community, having a great time together, you feel me? And just embracing one another, you know, showing it from the old, they had it lit, you know, the old, I don't want to say the older section.
The OGs.
Had it lit. Daddies had the little winter bagel out that joint. They had their own music down there. Then GL had us rocking on the other half, man. And it was, like I said, it was all, I mean, I seen one little.
It wasn't just GL. And we gotta give
shout out to all the DJs that spent when I was there. It was DJ. I seen DJ GL, DJ Doughboy,
DJ Coriac.
Yeah, I mean DJ Coriac, the legend. Shout out to him. You know, shout out to DJ G Diddy. Whether he DJed there or not, he does a lot of great.
He does the football
things
games. So he was DJing inside the football.
Exactly
game.
right. Because I knew I seen him there. You feel me?
Right.
Just shout out to all the city DJs, and that's what I'm saying. Like they shared one stage. It wasn't it was no animosity. You know, shout out to Nasir Leach. You know, he
hosted the joint.
He did an amazing job. He always does an amazing job when he hosts.
Absolutely.
You know, that's a little bro. Shout out to him. And yeah, man, it was awesome vibes, man. I know a lot of y'all was there. You feel me? I seen one little fight. You know what I mean? Couple they probably was high school kids. You know, and even though it was a fight, I'm just glad that's where it stopped at. Right. And shout out to Gio for being there to intervene in that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do as intervention specialists. You know, it's not about on how we intervene. It's the fact that he was there to intervene. Because I had somebody send me the video like, oh, look at your man out there with the cup. Like, why does that matter? He was off the clock technically, but he still took his time to make sure that young boy was okay. Because listen, it could have got bad for that young boy. He clocked him. He went down. He was woozy. I'm glad Gio was there to step in. That's even worse.
I've had so many people, you know, ask me, is that a girl or a boy? They said it was a girl. She got her tooth knocked out.
Jesus.
You feel me? Like, it's like, why? Why did it get to that level? You feel me? Because Bull was just swinging.
Yeah, he was.
You understand what I'm saying? And she just stepped up right into it.
He got lucky, yeah, because there was no skill behind that joint. He just got lucky.
You feel me? And so, you know.
Got a clean joint. That joint was clean, though.
That joint was clean.
You feel me? So.
That joint was crazy.
Like I said, we're not going to act like Homecoming wasn't perfect, and we don't expect our city to be perfect, but, you know, with the work we do, it was no gun violence, and to me, that's a win. You know, that's a win because, like I said, that situation, when I seen it on video, it could have escalated. So, you know, just shout out to our city, man.
Just go left. Things just go left very quickly.
Very fast.
Right.
Speaking of going left very fast, you see what they doing to Kanye?
Are they doing it to Kanye, or is Kanye allowing it to be done to him?
I mean,
I watched the video. I didn't get to watch it.
I didn't watch the whole Drink Champs episode, so I can't really tap in too much about it.
But it's been going on for the last 3 weeks, right? I know he said something about George Floyd being on fentanyl, you know, which, I mean,
very disrespectful. Even if it's true, why tarnish that man's name?
But he already tarnished his name by using fentanyl, so he can't tarnish his name by using fentanyl. If it was in his system, it was in his system. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta be able to, and that's the problem. We can't spit facts anymore. You know what I mean? You can't say, well, that could have contributed to the fact that he couldn't breathe or why he couldn't breathe. Absolutely. You know what I mean? You can't contribute that. You feel me? We know that cop was wrong for what he did. Absolutely. We're not excusing that cop for what he did. But sitting there and saying that George Floyd might have been high at the time, that's not discrediting George Floyd, because we already know what George Floyd was fighting with. Right. You know what I mean? That was already known. That was already out there. So, you know, like, it was just that cop's, you know, sense of his purpose. It was to keep him down. George Floyd was a big guy. You know what I mean? Like, so I know I didn't take 5 cops. After you had him down, you had the cuffs on and put him in the car and take him where you gotta take him. You don't gotta sit there with your knee in his throat for
that was a
13 minutes. That was long as shit.
That was extreme.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You said the cop wasn't kneeling on his neck.
That was the issue. I mean, I did see that clip, you know, but like I said, for me, Kanye West is a genius, you know, at one point in time, you know, but when Kanye West lost his mother, I seen a change in that man. You feel me? And I still believe that this man is in a space right now where he's begging for help. I don't know what's going on. You know, one of my theories was when he lost his mother is because at the time he lost his mother, he was trying to retire from music.
Right.
You know, and he still had a contract to fulfill. And he was just like, nah, I'm cool off of that. Like, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do music. I don't want to do the type of music y'all want me to do. And his mother went and got liposuction or something like that and didn't make it out of there.
Right.
You know, and I always felt like his mother was murdered. You know, like a lot of people don't believe in Illuminati, but I do. I believe it's a higher power or a group of, you know, high paid, I don't even want to say white folk, just people in general, you feel me, that make decisions about what's going on in the media, about the things we see and the things that we listen to.
Right.
You know, especially for our culture to keep us down,
right.
to keep us poisoned, to keep us at war with each other. You know, like that's
I don't believe in the Illuminati. I believe there is a 1% of all the rich people that make money off of our stupidity, the things that we don't value. Someone not valuing their life is valuable to someone that does things in that nature. You know what I mean? Like the people that invest in prisons, the people that invest in different things that we abuse, gold, chains, all those things that we wear, that makes somebody money.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So if it makes some money, well, just keep them right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was that joke on Dave Chappelle? Oh, you want to make money? Shit, and give them reparations and watch Cadillac and KFC go.
I remember that.
The numbers go up.
Shout out to Dave Chappelle. That was a great
right.
show.
And it's real. You feel
That's facts though.
When we fight each other the way we always fight each other, and we always argue with each other, like what's left? You feel me? Like what's really important? Right now they got a whole summit going on right across the street.
Absolutely.
Anson Building. Shout out to them. Like how important your vote is. You know what I mean? There was times when, you know, people that hung out with me would be like, on the day to go vote, like, what you going? I'm gonna go vote. Gonna go vote? What you voting for? Like,
I've had that conversation.
My grandma made sure I understood how important it was to vote. She let me know. You understand what I'm saying? How tortured her people were going to vote. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no, you better vote. Your uncle died for that. Your cousin died for that. It's important. It's your right. It's your voice. Other than that, if you don't vote, you just complaining. And ain't nobody got time to be hearing a whole bunch of people complaining. So,
nah, that's a fact.
I feel like Kanye West, when he said slavery was a choice, after he had a chance to explain it, I understood what he was talking about. You know what I mean? When you sign these contracts with these companies, you're a slave. And that was your choice to sign that contract. He wasn't talking about
actual slavery.
Right, he wasn't
from
talking
the
about actual
1800s.
slavery. You feel me?
But
Like,
they're not thinking that deep. You know, people hear slavery and they attach it to the past. Like slavery doesn't still exist. There's a different type of slavery now.
slavery and it's still a choice.
Absolutely.
Even in that slavery, to go out there to sell drugs, to poison your community, to shoot your brothers, to rob your brothers, to hurt your people, and you end up in jail, that was your choice.
Absolutely.
So even there, he was right. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree, because like I said, slavery comes in many forms nowadays. You know, and us, one of the biggest things is social media and these phones. If you don't use it right, man, it'll keep you down. But not to get too far off topic with the Kanye thing, you know, even when he made that George Floyd comment, the media didn't punish him. No. You know, George Floyd family came out, they filed a lawsuit. But as soon as he started talking about them white folk and the Jews,
it was over.
Matter of fact, we not gonna get too. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as he made the comment, I don't even know the comment that he made.
I don't know what comment he made, but it was probably about some money.
You feel me?
You know what I mean? It was probably about...
They trying to cancel. He can't get on Instagram. He can't get on Facebook. No. He lost his partnership with the Gap, Balenciaga.
No, he signed out of the partnership with the Gap. Now the Gap, he been said that.
They pulled everything off the shelves. Now they was there. The contract was slated to such.
He already canceled that. Because he sent everything to him in trash bags. He wanted them to pull his clothes out of trash bags. They was like, no, we don't do that. He was like, all right, well, fuck it. I ain't fucking with y'all.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Adidas, I think,
is
a
the
big
one
situation. But not so much. You feel me? Because he's already proven that he can make, so Reebok can pick him up. You know, it's going to take somebody with some balls to do business with him. You feel me? Or he can start his own.
I was about to say that. I think the best thing for him is that he going to have to start it on his own.
He owns his name 100%. Now he can start his own. He can go over to China and say, yo, I want y'all to make these sneakers like this. They'll make them and they'll sell out. What if he come out and they cheaper than Adidas was? You feel me? Like, he giving his people clothes. Literally, when he first came out with his clothing brand, I said, well, is he trying to clothe the homeless? Like, rips and tears? And I'm not wearing that stuff.
I still wouldn't wear it.
Yeah. And I said I wasn't going to get the foam runners, but I bought them.
I seen them.
You feel
I see
me?
them.
Like, just
They look comfortable.
Yeah, they do. They are.
Okay.
And I like them. So shout out.
I'm listen. I'm wearing down. I keep telling her, I ain't gonna get them. My girl want a pair. And I'm like, I don't wear Adidas. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but if you could find some, you know, I get them. But it's like, I don't know. I just see everybody wearing it. Everybody keeps saying they so comfortable.
They are, bro.
But
Yeezys are comfortable too. Shout out to Dante Hollis, man. During the pandemic, I was like, man, I want a pair of Yeezys. He's like, man, they're super comfortable. Get them.
And you know it's crazy because I've never to this day had a pair of Yeezys. I mean, not Yeezys, that too, but Adidas. Even when the shell toes was popping, the Stan Smith.
I ain't never wear those. My feet too big for that.
Never.
They look like boats to me.
Never. They look like boats on my feet, so I can only imagine.
But I rock the Yeezys, so I fool with them. They super comfortable.
I always wanted a pair, but they hard to get by, and I'm not paying the price that people be wanting to resell and all that. I try to. I don't have no luck on them websites.
And that's what I'm saying. Kanye's not making that money. People are making that money.
Right.
You know what I mean? I could see if he was putting his sneakers out and he won $1,000 for it. He's not. No, they coming out. They like $140, $150 in the store.
Then they resell for like
when
triple.
you can get them, and they instantly go up high. You feel me? So
That ass niggas. I blame the bots, man. Make sure you vote 100%.
100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
And I didn't want to. I didn't want to leave where I was at the thing, and I just got a chance to meet somebody like the Secretary of HUD. When they said it, when they sent me the email, I'm like, all right, the Secretary of HUD. I'm gonna go just because, you know, to support my organization. Nobody else was going. But when I walked in that joint and seen the Secret Service, I'm like, oh, like this. So I'm sitting there with Corey and Jonathan. I'm like, yo, what's she like? Chief, like the secretary down in the White House, like type secretary?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, like what you thought this was? I'm like, oh, man, I don't know. I don't be knowing like what's going on. I don't be knowing some of the rooms that I'm walking into, how big some of this stuff mean, and who these people are, man. So for me to see the Secretary of HUD, and then for that to be a black woman, you know, it's her sitting up there with Carol Kazim. Shout out to Sis. It was dope, man. It was nice to see. It was awesome. It felt good to be in that room. And some of these rooms I never thought I'd be in. Like 3 years ago, I never imagined that I'd be making some of the connections that I'm making, man. So I just appreciate the work. You know, I appreciate everybody supporting me, whether it be a share, you know, just a distance, you know what I mean? But y'all showed me how much y'all appreciate me today, man. Y'all showed out, man. Like, for real, man. Y'all had me when, like, my Cash App was going off. I'm sitting in a meeting with the Secretary of the HUD, man. I just couldn't control myself, man. Just tears. Not because I was sad, but because I was touched. You know what I'm saying? It touched my heart because y'all showed me that what I'm doing is appreciated. You feel me? Y'all showed me that this trunk or treat means something not just to me, but it means something to y'all. You feel me? Y'all want to have this space for y'all kids to come out. You feel me? It shows me that I'm not just doing it to be doing it. You feel me? It shows that my city really support what we doing. And, you know, and it's not that I question it sometimes, but you know, when you do this work, you don't get a lot of wins. You know, you don't get a lot of big wins. You know, it's more lessons than anything. You know, it's been a trying year since I've been with the coalition. You know, I've watched people pass away in front of me. You know, it's just been a lot. You know, and right now working 2 jobs. You know, dealing with the what's going on at the Aston campus and the charter school. Seeing how some of those kids are just responding to the team, man. You know, shout out to Amino, shout out to George, shout out to Josh. Like these brothers, along with myself and other people, you know, who aren't necessarily community activists. And I just named us 4 because, you know, we're active in the community and we're community activists. So to see these brothers actually putting it on and showing up for the city is dope, man. It's appreciated. You know what I mean? So right now, man, we got a whole gang walking in this thing, man. My guy, he pulled up, you feel me? So we gonna hop right to it, man. As soon as I'm gonna let my man get comfortable and sit down. But like I was saying, man, it's just different to be able to see and feel appreciated for the work, you know, because I don't do it for that reason. But when I know that the people are paying attention and y'all appreciate it, it make me go harder. It make me want to do it more, you feel me? Like, that's what it is. What's going on, fellas? What's going on, bro? You already know. My man, I appreciate you coming through. Yo, shout out to Kev, yes, God, too, man, because Kev put this together, man. Like, you feel me? Shout out to my guy, Yes God, man. Listen, the same way you speak of me, bro, you already know how I carry it, man. Big ups to you. Keep doing what you're doing, man. So I feel like this brother to my right really don't need no introduction, but for y'all that don't know, I got the great with me, man. My guy Dane came through, man. He brought a couple of his folks through with him. They both your sons? Yeah, they both. He got his sons here, man. We're gonna talk a little bit about what he's been doing, the hiatus, you know what I'm saying? And he got a big surprises coming up for y'all, man. We got some surprises that we was talking about that we gonna put in the works, man. But go ahead, man.
Listen, man, I'm here. I'm doing it. I got my sons, man. I'm pushing them. I'm really done with the music, you know what I'm saying? I got like probably over 1,500 songs, like 2,000 songs, literally, in the top. I'm just going to empty my hard drive. I can't let it sit. The music is timeless. I'm videoing everything out, putting it out, and then I'm letting them run, man. That's what I'm doing.
And I think that's dope because one of the biggest things right now with the music is the visuals. Like, you can make a great song, but people want to be able to see the song. They want to like be able to touch the it's just like not touch the music, but like see what the music is. And particularly with this one song in this video that we're gonna get into in a second, you feel me? A lot of people that strayed away from the storytelling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And the lyricisms in the game, you feel me? Like, that was one of the reasons why I was such a huge fan of King Von before he passed, because he was a new drill rapper, but he also was a lyricist. He was able to tell stories, you feel me? And the stories, like, you could see the video in your head when he was rapping, you feel me? It may not be exactly to the content that he put out, but it was just, it's great, man. So
that's a fact. That's a fact. R.I.P. King Von, he was nice.
Definitely.
He came up fast.
Fast, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I watched that boy come up fast. Man, if he wouldn't have passed away, it's arguable. He might have passed Dirk, man.
I think he was already on the way. Like, maybe not, but he was definitely becoming as big as Dirk, if not on, like you said, on the way to becoming bigger. And you know, man, it just goes to show you young fellas, man, it just take one foolish decision. You know, he wasn't in his right state of mind, and he made one bad judgment call, man, and it cost him his life. And that's all it really takes.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's all it takes. So, you know, when you moving a certain way, you know what I mean? Same instance with PNB Rock. Mm-hmm. You know, bro was in a spot where he shouldn't have been.
That's a fact.
Like, I don't care how entrenched you are in the trenches or where you come from, it's always a wolf out there ready to eat a wolf.
Absolutely.
So, you know, he made another bad decision. So I hope our young brothers learn from these guys' mistakes, because I know they idolize some of these guys, you feel me?
I don't know if he didn't know the area. Like, if he had known it was that bad, he might not have went there,
right?
You know, iced out. So, you know, that's a hard call. Everybody was blaming his girlfriend. That was crazy to me.
And it's crazy how they abused her and beat her down in public.
Beat her down.
But when the police report came out that she had nothing to do with it, it was just like, oh, nobody.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Shout out to Kodak Black, because he was the only person that disrespected her in public and turned around and apologized the same way.
Did.
And that's a real stand-up nigga right there. And I'm not a fan of Kodak Black music, but Kodak Black the person, that showed me, and it made me gravitate to him more, to where I'll actually sit down and listen to his music now, because, you know, like I said, he's a genuine good person, and he's a man at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
To his mistakes, and yeah.
And it's not the first time he did it. Even when Nipsey passed, and, you know, he had the whole Lauren London thing, you feel me?
That was vicious, though.
T.I. tried to bully him. He like, look, Tip, I ain't apologizing for you. I'll apologize because I'm wrong, but oh, you better watch yourself.
That's definitely what he said.
Yeah, I mean, and that, gotta respect that.
He gave him the joke. Yeah, oh, yeah, you better pipe down.
You feel me? So
these young bulls vicious.
They crazy, man. Vicious. And it's, yeah, I mean, like, just a little bit, not to stray off, but the PNB Rock, like, he lived in L.A. in 3 years, I believe. He was living there because he got caught. He was fighting a case in Ben Salem. They raided his crib. He got caught with weed pounds. You know, so I don't know if he had beat the case. I don't know if he was on probation. I didn't follow it too low. But I know he eventually went to the West Coast. So he had to know where he was at, because you've been there long enough. And this wasn't the first time where you had encounters with people trying to harm you.
Right.
You know, he was telling, just a week prior to him getting murdered, he was sitting down with DJ, was it Alchemist? I think it was DJ Academic, or one of them.
Somebody tried to get at him. Right.
And so you're going to turn around, go to a place in South Central with no security? Like at some point in time, you gotta be smart. You know, that tough guy. Me and Gio was talking about this last show, and you know, just because you come from the hood, don't necessarily mean once you get to a certain status, you gotta keep portraying that hood image.
Right, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? You considered yourself a pop star, but you were still living a life of a gangster rapper.
That's a
it
fact.
don't go together.
That's a fact.
You can't do both. You know, so R.I.P. to P.M.B. Rock. He was one of my favorite new artists. You know, I've been banging his music every day since. Like that's a vibe for me and my lady. We listen to P.M.B. Rock. We don't listen to Keith Sweat or nothing like that. We listen to gangsta R&B.
He was nice.
He was different, bro.
He was nice.
He was
man.
different.
I watched him come up when he first he was booked. He got out. He did a little freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like they snatched him right
from the hood,
from the sale. Seriously,
nah,
right from the sale.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, no shape up, none of that.
None of that.
Right? It was hard to believe that he was the same person the way he came up, man.
That's a fact.
But that make you know that it can be done. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
A lot of people give up because they don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like they think that it's impossible to do it. But me and a couple other people, Benz, though we played the game at a higher level, we know it's really obtainable.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it could be done. You just got to put the work in.
That's what the key thing is the work. You know, it's all about putting in the work, grinding nonstop. You know, shout out to Kev, yes God, I see you in the comments. Shout out to my man Amino Guns right now.
Guns, what's up, Guns? That's
Guns
my
got
guy.
some good things, some big things going on. I ain't gonna put your business out there, Guns, but when you ready to talk about it, you gotta bring back,
Guns.
bro. We gonna come back and talk about it. But Gio, I see you, boy. What's up, bro?
That's my guy.
Yeah, I mean Gio, like I said, that's my man. I get a lot of my old head knowledge from Gio. I love talking to Gio, picking his brain, man.
Very wise.
You feel me? And it's crazy because I've met Gio right when he came home, right before I was getting ready to go in, you know, and the way we met was kind of weird because it's like he was my replacement, you know, in an organization.
Wow.
You know, and when I came home, I was a little upset, you know, because I couldn't get my spot back. You know what I'm saying? I was a little upset. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I was like, who is this brother? But, man, I love Gio to death. That's my brother, man. Shout out to the G-Vine organization and everything they do in the community, the Mac group. You know, big ups to them. But yeah, man, let's talk about this music, man. You bought a video.
I got the video. See, it's a real story behind the video though. Like it's about my life. It's based on a true story. It's how I got introduced to the game, like hustling and all that. It's the real story. You know, I was young, 12 years old actually, to be exact. And the story is, my sister's ex-boyfriend used to come see her.
Mm-hmm.
His best friend used to always come with him. And I used to always ask for money, let me get a
couple
dollar,
dollars, something.
$5.
Yeah,
You know,
I done that. You know what I'm saying? I know.
This one particular time, dude gave me $5. $5, man. A coat.
Right.
I ain't know nothing about it at all. Never seen it before, nothing. He said, man, I just gave you $50. Like, what? He's like, yeah, I just gave you $50. Each one of those, you can get $10 for each one of those. And he said, if you make the money, bring it back to me, I'll give you some more. I'm a child. I go to the corner, around the corner, the Rainbow, the bar. You know, that was popping. It was notorious
I was about
for
to say,
hustling and all that.
I remember the original Rainbow. I was a little young, but I remember stories.
So I knew what went on around there. I never was a part of it at that time or none of that. I went around there, man. I stood all day long till it started to get dark a little bit. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to ask. I didn't know how to approach nobody. I didn't know nothing.
Right.
My man's brother was grinding. I knew he was doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? So I just watched, I observed. I seen who was going to him and all of that. And he left. You know, when he left, for whatever reason, one of the same guys that came to him was coming up the street. And I recognized him. And I was like, yo, I got the same thing he had. He looked at them and bought them, all 5 of them, right? I made the $50. When I made the $50, I spent $20 on candy and food, and,
right.
you know, cheese fries, all the dumb shit. Tars was the store where the new shop is on the west side now. There used to be a store called Tars. They used to sell cheese sticks and all that. You'll never believe this. Guess who was the #1 cook in Tars at that time?
Who?
Chicken Man.
Chicken Man.
The legendary Chicken Man.
No.
I'm talking about to the point where if Chicken Man didn't make your food,
You ain't want it.
You ain't want it.
Chicken Man.
He was hell.
Is that where the name Chicken Man come from?
Possibly. Could be.
That's interesting.
But needless to say, you know,
This is Chester history, y'all. Hope y'all listening.
Yeah, this is a fact too. True story. I made the money. I spent like $20, took $30 to him. He ended up giving me like 7 or 8 dimes. And I just, you know, kept doing
flipping it.
Kept doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I turned out to be good at it. But, you know, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but.
I mean, listen, hustling, the mindset of a hustler don't just stop at drug dealing. So
Right, that's a fact.
I get it.
You
know
can
what I'm saying?
you can run a real company, you applying them same principles.
Nah, that's
you know
a
what
fact.
I'm saying? And that's really the principles I apply today with the music business and all of that. I learned all that from the streets. But I turned out to be good at it. It was a period of time when I was drawing out here. I would, my phone.
Nah, you
let me
good, you
turn my
good.
phone on. I was drawing out this joint. You know what I'm saying? I was running around doing everything under the sun. You know, misguided.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Got popped a few times, you know, went to jail and all that. But needless to say, I left all the extracurricular activity alone and just stuck to hustling for a while.
Right.
You know what I mean? Until I really got into music, and then I took the music serious. And that happened in jail. How I took the music serious. Guards heard I was nice. Everybody was saying, yeah, they integrate in here and all that. One guard heard me rap. This joker was taking me to other blocks battling people. The guards was betting on me.
Was taking you to go, so the guards was taking you from your
my
block
block
to
to
other
other
blocks to battle other inmates
To battle
that thought they
other-
was nice in the jail.
To battle other inmates. Needless to say, I never lost. I
That's
never
tough.
lost. That's a fact. I never lost. No
That's
cap.
tough.
I never lost. But they was betting on me. They was letting me bet soups and all that.
Right.
Bringing my laundry bag back and all that. Yeah. That's how I started to take rap serious for real, for real.
And how long you been? Because some people might not know. You know, I got a mixture of old and young folks. So some people might looking like, who is this guy? Like, so how long you been in the game? How long you been rapping?
Well, I've been rapping since the 90s. You know what I'm saying? I had three different situations. The last situation I had where I was doing it at a high level was Takedown Records. Ace Capone, you know, Jody Wells, Tim Gotti, and all of them. They had the record label of Philly.
I remember that record.
And, you know,
I was a buck then. I was
Yeah.
probably like your kids' age. How old are y'all? Yeah, I was definitely like their age. That's a fact.
Yeah, I was running around. We was running around with Rockefeller and all that radio station with
Listen,
them.
I remember when
Rubbing
Takedown Records
shoulders.
was popping. That's crazy. That's right when that headshot and all that stuff and
Absolutely.
DVDs
That's
was coming
all
out.
the same era.
When Will Hoffa was running around the city, you know what I mean, with his little camera in the car.
That's
Listen,
all
man.
the same era.
That's when I fell in love with music. I was never able to be a rapper, but I always loved
tried.
music. Huh?
You tried.
I tried, but writing wasn't my thing. I couldn't freestyle, so I found other ways to be active in the music scene.
Start
That's kind of where this
beatboxing.
show came from.
I feel you.
You feel me? So I'm like, I can't do it, but if I can help shed light on other people in my community that do this, you feel me? Then that's what it's about. You feel me? Giving those flowers. Shout out to Amir Swain on the thing. I see you, boy.
Shout out to Mirror Swain.
Yeah, man,
man.
another legend. You feel me? But
Oh, like I was saying though, that's where I learned to take music serious, and I really know that the goal was obtainable on Takedown Records. That was like my first time where rap was my full-time job. I was getting paid to rap.
I was just gonna ask you that. So you was getting paid.
Right, I was getting paid to rap. I actually was getting paid right after the takedown situation because everything I was doing from the muscle.
Right.
Because that situation, the bottom fell out, feds raided. You know what I mean? Because, Ace, shout out to Ace, he was involved in a lot of different situations. And, that boy got life plus 55. Life plus 55 years.
How you give it? First of all, life is life.
No, you're gonna die and they're gonna keep you in that cell.
So that now your soul,
you
your soul
die,
come back. Your
that
soul
wants
got
you to come back
55
and do
years.
55 more.
Like, oh, you was reborn again? Come on, man. You gotta knock this 55 out. You know what I'm saying? That shit's crazy. That's just
Send the body back.
They only give us those type of numbers though. But that's another conversation. You feel me? We gonna stay on what we talking about, but you know what I'm saying?
But the life plus 55 is so that he can't get parole if he was to ever come out
Okay.
and get the life reduced.
You still gotta go. Now you gotta fight to get that.
Now
55.
you got 55.
Yeah, but he actually got the 55 back on appeal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people came home from that because it was people that was just on a 55 case that end up coming home when he got that back on appeal, but he's still fighting life.
Life joint.
To this day,
Keep fighting, bro. Keep
Yeah,
fighting.
he's in there right now to this day.
Damn,
But
they
that's
sure know
when-
how to put us down, boy.
That's when I knew rap was obtainable. We did the Hip Hop Explosion. That was the biggest thing out at the time because it was the same thing as Powerhouse, but it wasn't Powerhouse. These bulls paid for that out of their pocket. Never before done. The whole rock. And when I say the whole rock, I mean when Cam and them signed to him.
Right before the meltdown happened.
Right, state property, they all was there. You know what I'm saying? Lil Mo, Ashani, Philly's Most Wanted,
Lil
Clips,
Mo, I remember Lil Mo.
Fab.
That's Fab, one of my favorite rappers. And
They was all there.
what it is about me and Fab.
Shout out to Fab.
Fab got one of those personalities, persona. Look at this guy. What's
There
up,
he
bro?
is, my guy.
Quan Knox just walked in the building.
Shout out to
What's
Quan
up,
Knox.
bro?
He just did the video. We push it.
Well,
The
listen,
video, yeah.
That right there is the intro. So right now we're gonna pause this conversation. Go ahead and introduce the video real quick, bro. Tell them what it's called, and you know what I mean.
All right, the video is based on a true story. It's called Streets Don't Love You. Check it out. Let's get into it.
Let's go. Here y'all go.
Remember like yesterday, I was 12 at the time. I asked for $5, but he gave me $5. He told me if I sell them, I can make 50. He never told me that the streets was risky. He told me try to sell it quick. I lived near a coke block, but I ain't know no fiends. My man brother, he was going hard. He was 17. I was waiting out there all day, couldn't make a sale. Nobody broke it down. If I get caught, I go to jail. Nobody knew I had it. I ain't know about no trap. I ain't know how to approach him. No one showed me how to bag it. I was going off the whim. My old head put me to the test. I was there so long to the point everybody left. Standing outside of the bar, I was kinda getting tired. Seen the same dude from earlier and he had came to buy. So I lied to him, told him that I had the same thing. Bought them all. I bought my first little gun the same spring.
I be on the go to the dawn of the daylight, dodging all the demon, I'm just trying to get my K right. These streets don't love you. Nah, these streets don't love you. Moving through the trenches and surviving by any means. I am my paper, other eye on my enemies. I know these streets don't love you. No, these streets don't love you.
Tell the truth, he was wrong putting that in my hand. I can't lie, saved my life when I became a man. Threw me to the wolves since that day I was turned out. At age of 13, I was smoking weed, burnt out. Stealing cars, robbing, living a life of crime. Selling coke, getting money, I never wanted a job. I always was on the grind. My age group was playing football. I was in the kitchen, Pyrex, trying to cook raw. Dropped out of school, I was barely going home. Fascinated with the streets, fell in love with the chrome. I was young and naive, yeah, my old head was wrong. I was a good kid going wild, acting like I'm grown. I was on the honor roll, he took me down the wrong path. When I touched a little money, I ain't never turned back. All I did was shoot dice, smoke weed and sell crack. Gun on my Waistline, I'm driving the car lack. I was doing all the wrong things, mom home stressing. Me going to school, that was out of the question. I can't lie, when I was broke, the drugs saved me. I gotta keep it real, I know that it sound crazy, so I still gotta thank him. He put me in the game. Turns out I was really good at hustling the cane. I just feel that he should've told me everything it came with. At least show me the ropes and let me know that it was dangerous.
I be on the go to the dawn of the daylight, dodging all the demon, I'm just trying to get my K right. These streets don't love you. Nah, these streets don't love you. Moving through the trenches and surviving by any means. Eye on my paper, other eye on my enemies. I know these streets don't love you. No, these streets don't love you.
When I tell you, man, that's right there is fire. That's a fire video, man. First of all, shout out to you being able to make a video and a concept that go together and being able to keep it so the youth could watch it. You know, not too many guns.
Right.
You was using drug references without actually having the drugs or, you know, fake drugs and all that stuff on the table.
Absolutely.
It was relatable to the song. Like, we got the message, you feel me? And there was no profanity in that joint. That's major.
Not one cuss word.
That's major. How many artists can sit here and say they can make it? Only other people I've known to my date that I've known do it is Crush Records,
Right.
Hattie, and at the time they were still young, like, so it was people encouraging them not to do it. Is, you know, as soon as they was able to, they was able to. Right. You know,
No doubt.
so for
Shout
you
out to them, though.
shout out to them, shout out to the guys, man. I'm still waiting for Crush Records to CRMC. Sorry, they not Crush Records anymore. That's a whole
Shout out
different
to the
entity.
guys, man.
I'm still waiting for y'all to come sit down with the brother, man. Hattie, you too, but. Now we got, if y'all see, we got a little couple extra guests on the side, man. So why don't you go ahead and introduce who you got to your right?
Well, this is ASG, biological sons, you feel me? I'm pushing them. You know, introduce yourself. Let me know who you is.
I was about to say, don't be shy.
You gotta get up on that microphone.
I gotta break them in.
I ain't shy.
Okay.
Oh, my fault. You just cool, you real cool like that?
Chilling.
My man.
Yeah.
Never wrong.
Tell me to say.
Yeah.
Tell them about yourself, what you do, you know. I mean,
I
you're.
don't do nothing. My name is G Mywell. They call me My Too Sturdy.
Okay. You rap?
Chilling. I be rapping sometimes.
Getting him into
Yeah. So, with how? So when you say sometimes, what you not you just a hobby right now? It's just something to express
I do
yourself.
it. I do it because I don't know. I just know how I rap.
So your jeans.
It's in his
Yeah,
blood.
I feel like I know how I rap. So sometimes I make a song, drop it, make a song. So I got some songs that I didn't even drop. I just made them.
He hot too. That's what's crazy.
Well, you know, when you got that type of talent and you just, cause I don't know, y'all ever heard this? Y'all know Savvy Busta Dot?
Yeah,
Like that's my nephew, so he kind of like got that same mentality you got, and I be trying to touch when you hot, bro, and like, cause you hot, you gotta stay consistent, you know.
Absolutely.
You gotta put your foot on their neck and never take it off. So when you ready though, you'll develop that time.
The thing, CEEZ, listen, he ready, right? What I'm doing now is trying to keep him out the street because when I was that age, he is exactly how I was at that age. Absolutely. But he's so hot and it's in his genes that he go in the studio, honey, and try, and it be fire. But he been taking it serious now. That's why I said, all right, listen, I'm gonna really focus on y'all, and you know we gonna get it in. Now my other son, he on it. This joker's rich. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Big ASG Dame, the biggest ASG. You feel me? I've been rapping for a minute. But nah, though, I've been rapping for a minute. You feel me? I've been rapping since I was 8. You feel me? Oh shit. I've been rapping since I was 8 though, you feel me? And ever since then, you feel me? It's just been trying to stay in the studio, trying to do everything different than other rappers, you feel me? Because I got more knowledge than a lot of rappers because I grew up in it. Like, when it come down to recording myself, everything, like...
So you record yourself?
I know how to, you feel me?
Listen.
I go to studios now, though, but...
Handcrafted. Since he was a baby, he been in the studio with me. since he was a baby,
Now
nonstop.
Now you said you been rapping since you was 8. How old are you now?
I'm 20.
You 20, so you've been rapping about 12 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking mean monster.
Y'all ready to make me put a beat on? Y'all freestyle? Or y'all want me to put you on the spot like that? All right.
Nah, but
Next time y'all come back, then y'all gotta come back with some bars. Let y'all know.
Game, no. YouTube. He got a lot of material on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Hot videos. He working.
Okay. So,
They got a joint that come out next. You know what I'm saying? It's called Ask Them Niggas. Man, it is the epitome of what they're doing now, the young generation. It's a hit. I know a hit when I hear one, it's a hit. I'm telling you.
now what does ASG stand for?
Alleyway Savage Gang.
Okay. I like that. So when y'all got a date when y'all plan on dropping, is it a song or is it a whole project?
It's a song. We trying to put together a project right now, you feel me? We trying to think of a name for it and everything like that. But right now we just trying to focus on the material for it. So that way,
when you're ready, you could just go pick and choose which ones you want to make the cut, right? Absolutely.
Make
That's
videos
dope.
for them and everything.
Yeah, it's all about the content right now. You can have the hottest song, but if you don't got no content behind that shit, then it's like, they hear it, but people want to see it, you know? They want to feel it. And
Listen,
with this
I
TikTok
know.
era, you got to either dance and all this weird shit, but
listen, that's a fact because like a while ago, might have been like a year or two ago, I was on Facebook just messing around and I said, you know what? I'm going to do 50 for 50, 50 days straight, just because I got so much music. 50 days straight, I'm going to drop a new song every day for 50 days. Yeah. And I did that. It's on SoundCloud. If you think I'm capping, check the dates. Because it normally got the date when you posted the song. Every day straight for 50 days, man. And I don't even miss them because I got so much music, bro.
that's dope.
Seriously.
And I know one of the things that me and
That's
you
hard.
discussed briefly on the phone, you know, because for a while, me and Uncle P been trying to put together this project, you know, where we was getting, you know, X amount of city rappers together and putting like a mixtape out for the city, you know, getting people to monetize their names and all that, and so people can get paid off of their music. You know?
Absolutely.
Especially these younger guys who's just running around rapping, don't really know what to do with their music, you know.
Absolutely.
So me and you talked about that, man. Me and Guns been talking about it. So if I could have you two brothers with me spearheading this project, that's something I would love to do.
I'm in.
Beginning of next year, start working on it. Probably try to have the album out by the summer, so we can had a city lit with city music. You know, guys from all different areas. You know, people that probably wouldn't even have worked together. Not necessarily saying they got to get in the studio together. You know, you could with this technology, you could record. One boy could record his joint there and send it to his mans, and then he'd get it.
Absolutely.
And it's like they've been on the track the whole time. So it's like, yeah, man, that's dope, man. I definitely want to keep pushing that idea, you feel me? I would love to have you young brothers on there as well, you feel me? And just, like I said, just something to push and have people say like, damn, they really got talent down here.
Listen, I'm in, and as a matter of fact, I was talking to Guns about it, like already doing something. Before you said something about it, we had talked about working together. Me and Fat Mac, the Overachiever. Shout out to all Bud. That's my guy.
That's my bro.
But we talked about it, and what we came to the conclusion of is everybody had some level of success on their own, right?
Absolutely.
But the one thing that we never tried was all the artists working together.
Unity.
That's a fact. And I believe if we do, it'll push it over the edge.
Absolutely.
Everybody springboard off each other. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
the new blueprint. Look at Atlanta. They started in the early 2000s. Memphis right now is following the same blueprint. You know,
That's
Yo
a fact.
Gotti took his fame, winning, you know, found other local artists like Moneybagg Yo. Now Moneybagg Yo taking his label and doing the same thing, all while CMG is still building its brand, and they're 90% Memphis rappers.
Absolutely.
I think it's probably like 2 people on that label that's not from Memphis, and that's the babe from Delaware, the R&B.
Right.
And then I don't know. I think she might be the only one.
Right.
You feel me? Which is just dope to me, and I feel like Chester, for us to be so small,
We can do it.
the talent outweighs the size of the city.
Absolutely.
We just need somebody to kick the door in. You know, shout out to Jalil and Tone for doing it on the producer
Shout
side.
out to Jalil and
You know,
Tone.
shout out to Marvelous, because, you know, he was with New Lane. Right.
Shout out to Marvelous. Listen, as a matter of fact, I got heat from both of them. I got heat from Tone that I'm going to put out, and I got heat from Marvelous.
Yeah,
man, I'm on it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And I don't think people understand, because you still got Amir Swain, who was a producer.
Absolutely.
LEB.
Right.
A lot of people forget from the East
I
Side.
got a whole project with him that I ain't put out yet.
Like I'm saying, we
Powerful
got
music.
producers, but now we need to get the faces, the rappers. Like, we got the people behind the board, so we just got to kick in the door, man. You know what I'm saying? We didn't touch the sports. We didn't crack football, basketball. You know, like I said, we didn't crack producers. The only thing we ain't have is a rapper maker.
The thing is, there was no blueprint. You feel me? To follow, so you had to create it yourself, and everybody felt as though they could do it by themselves. But if you look at how rappers get on, nobody does it by themselves.
That's a fact.
Jay-Z needed Dame and Biggs.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
Biggie needed whoever he needed. He didn't really need nobody, but I give it to Sean Diddy Combs. You feel me?
Sean exposed him to.
You feel me? And Tupac, yeah, he was in his lane, but his best stuff came from Death Row.
That's a
you
fact.
know what I mean?
That's
So
a
you know,
fact.
you understand. You have to join someone that's already doing it. So they already. I understand the business side. You just rap, bro. You feel me? Like, and if we get people there and allow the youth to understand that they need each other, they got to work with each other. Ain't no reason not to like nobody because they don't like his sneaks. He like your girl, so what? There's tons of other girls out here, bro.
Right.
Keep moving.
No doubt.
You understand what I'm saying?
No
Like,
doubt.
We understand that.
It's
You
too
feel me?
many of
It's
them.
too many women. You feel me? So
Absolutely.
why you worried about that one? You can have 10.
That's a fact.
Literally. You feel me? So, you know, once we put all those things behind us, we can go wherever the hell we want to go. We can sign our own ticket. Chester has always been a city full of people that can sign their own ticket. They just sign it the wrong way.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
We got to sign it as a group, bro. Let's get this shit done, man. I'm hyped, man. C-City mixtape, man. Let's get it done, bro.
Listen, I'm all for it. See, what a lot of people don't know, too, like, I'm like the best kept secret. I produce and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I make tracks the whole nine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a one-man army, for real, for real. Okay. If you lock me in a room full of equipment, I'm coming out with a banger. I don't need nobody to do nothing. Record myself, make the beat, lay the lyrics, the whole nine. I'm telling you.
That's dope.
So for your sons, you doing the same thing for them?
Yeah, I'm doing the same things for them, but they are getting tracks from other producers as well.
Right.
They're currently looking. So producers, whoever got that heat,
Right.
send it over, man. DaneTheGreat@gmail.com. What's your email? So they can send you something.
You can send it to alleywaySavageGang@gmail.com. You can send it there.
Yeah.
And where can they
send it?
and
Where
where
you
can they
want them to
find?
send it?
Yeah, tell them.
ESGmy03@gmail.com.
Okay.
That boy too cool for school.
Now, where can people, you know, listen to your music? 'Cause I want to listen to your music when I leave.
You can listen to my music on YouTube. Just search up My 230. Your tracks come up. Sharp Wapa. Well, Sharp, you feel me? That's my cousin. I be doing songs with him.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, mine's YouTube, SoundCloud. I got songs with Shotty Mac, you feel me? He from the East Side. I got songs with other people. I'm just trying to build my catalog up.
Right.
And that's what it's about. It's about having a versatility, man. And y'all doing it the right way, man. You know, don't limit yourself to just the squad. You know, you want to be able to, like we talking about, have a diverse catalog and be able to work with everybody, man. Because that's the only way we gonna blow as a city. Because if one make it, we all gonna make it. Eventually,
it.
we too small not to.
That's it.
You feel me? And I just
I
think
got a
that's the
couple
key.
artists too that also, you know, I'm working with and all that. Shout out my man Rock for Don. Free Rock for Don though, first and foremost. I gotta say free Rock for Don. But my label is Upper Echelon Music Corp. You know what I'm saying? I got a business partner that I'm working with, Ice Uzi. You know,
Shout out to Ice.
Shout out to Ice. You got Superior Warrior. Shout out Superior Warrior, moving. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to make good music, man, and build and work with the other artists and producers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to get out of that selfish bag, that me, if it ain't benefiting you, then the hell with it. That's a lot of their mindset. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't me or mine, the hell with them.
What can you do for me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know how many producers I ran into that was on that type of time until they found out my resume and found out who I was. Then it was like, yo, I got some heat for you, bro.
Now you wanna work with me, huh?
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you. And I was telling them before they found out who I was, I'm like, listen, they wanted to get paid up front. Listen, just buy the beat from me, bro. I'm trying to show them the blueprint. I'm like, almost every producer that really got it popping like that, they had an artist they was flooding. That's a lot of people don't understand that. Beats by the Pound was flooding No Limit.
Right.
Jalil was flooding Meek.
Yeah. Just Blaze.
Just Blaze, right. And Kanye was flooding Hove. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre was flooding Snoop on the Chronic and all of that.
Classic shit.
Yeah.
Classic.
They don't understand that. So I hear a lot of high producers and they want the money, and then I still purchase from them. All right, listen, let me get that. You feel me? But now you just like kind of pushed yourself away from me because I know you don't got the right mindset. And I understand the hustle, and I know it is what it is. You feel me?
Right. Make sure y'all go follow my youngin' YouTube page. He just dropped it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? If you want to drop your joint on there so they could see it, and you know what I'm saying, they go follow it. It'll be up in the comments. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. Great conversation, man. Next show, we gonna focus it on the youngins. You feel me? I want them to come back when they ready to drop their track, or they got a project coming. This is what this platform is for, man.
Send your tracks to me, info@cmpradio.net. I got a Chester mix. You feel me, Dane? We already talked about this.
Absolutely. No, I sent you plenty.
Right. You ain't sent me none.
Yes, I did.
Well, I ain't seen him. I apologize.
I refuse to let him do that to me.
You gotta resend it.
A list.
You gotta resend it. Make sure the youngins send it through. You feel me?
Yeah.
Make sure y'all go check out Dame the Great new track on YouTube. It's on his Facebook page.
Streets don't love you, man.
They don't.
And
that's a fact, though. Please.
That's a fact.
Tune in, man. Like, share. Me and Kev got something special we gonna try to put together. But listen, man, we running, man. And CMP, I'm gonna make this like my home, man. I'm gonna come here. Y'all gonna get the exclusives first.
You always got an open invitation to come kick it with CEEZ. Also ASG, man. I would love for y'all to, have that same invitation. So whenever y'all ready, just reach out. You know what I mean? Y'all come through. We make it happen, man. Also, make sure Monday, man, trunk or treat, 5 to 8. And we gonna be on 9th and Curlin at St. Daniel's parking lot, man. Bring the kids out for a safe, good time. Like I said, we're going to have the cotton candy, the popcorn, the moon bounce. We got DJ D-Rail on the 1s and 2s. What I'm missing? Shout out to Big Var for the cotton candy.
Shout out to Big Var.
Listen, man, just shout out to all the vendors, man, everybody. Shout out to y'all, City, for showing up, because if it wasn't for y'all tonight, this thing might have fell through, man. So shout out. I would have had to go in my own pocket, and I was willing to, man, but y'all just showed me the love, and y'all showed me that y'all appreciate everything I'm doing for my city, man. And like I said, this ain't for me. This is for us. This is for us so our kids can grow up and have a foundation like we had, man. Not all this gun violence and all this other extra goofy stuff that we got going on in the city, man. Listen, we a village, man. Let's get back to the village mentality. Let's get back to, listen, we a small city, man. It don't take much for us to make change. It don't take much for us to bend the corner. Let's get active, y'all, man. I love y'all, Chester. Thank you, Dane the Great, ASG, for coming out, man. I appreciate y'all, Uncle P.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you, man. CMP, we the voice of the city, man. Let's go, y'all. It's the station.
Like guns, I got you, my nigga. That fuck around and rock you, and I ain't talking fossils, my nigga. They fuck around and pop you, and I ain't talking sock you, my nigga. I'm talking blood up on the floor, they gotta mop you, my nigga. I'm from a city where it's 2 schools, one you gotta go. Imagine if you had a funeral, and don't nobody show, and gotta hurt, even when you die. Your baby mama heard you dead, she ain't even cry. Now who gon' raise your son? They ain't gon' teach him how to read, but how to raise a gun. They got him standing on the corner in the blazing sun. When it's summertime, the Lord is taking some. It might just be your family that he taking I'm giving them hope, you giving them hell. You filling with pride, then you send them to jail. I give them a dream, I said.